And hello everybody, welcome back to the channel guys, I hope you're all well. Before we do get into today's video, as always, please do smash that like button and subscribe to the channel for daily Liverpool content. Guys, in today's video, of course, we're going to be going over why Liverpool fans are absolutely buzzing, whilst also going over a few other bits and pieces within the Liverpool space. Not some major news today as such, as I say, we still are in the midst of the international break. We are kind of leading up though to the weekend though, we're not too far away until we return back to action. That's against Manchester City, 12:30 kickoff. Now, as I said, Liverpool, as we said, are preparing for the dreaded early kickoff after an international break this weekend. A slot that Jurgen Klopp's side are more than handed comfortably than anybody else. The Premier League returns on Saturday and the two sides in the division will lock horns for the first fixture of the weekend in a lunchtime meeting at the Etihad. It's a kickoff time that Klopp has often voiced his frustration at being given, particularly when they come straight after an international break. The travel involved for the international Reds, particularly the South American contingent, can make this potential banana skin, but even without the international precursor, it can be a tough one to navigate. So how have the Reds typically fared in early Saturday fixtures under the current manager? Well, Klopp's first season at the club yielded 2 wins and 1 defeat from his 4 early kickoffs played at 12:45 PM during that season, but historically views 2015-2016 as something of a transition phase for the club. The record when this is replicated in Klopp's first full season at the club, when the Reds picked up the same number of points from the same number of fixtures. It was a trend that was worsened in the 2017-18 despite Liverpool reaching a Champions League final, when they recorded just 1 win from their 8 outings in a Saturday midday slot. There were perfect records in the 2018-19, 2019-20 and 2021-22 sandwiching the COVID-impacted season in which Liverpool won just one of their 12:30 PM encounters. Last season was a particularly difficult one as far as early kickoffs were concerned, with the Reds winning none of their 6 games at that time. So here's the 12:30 PM result since the start of the 2022-2023 season. Drew 2-2 with Fulham, drew 0-0 with Everton, lost 1-0 v Nottingham Forest, drew 0-0 with Chelsea, lost 1-0 v Bournemouth, lost 4-1 versus Manchester City, won 3-1 versus Wolves, won 2-0 against Everton. Things have improved again somewhat this season with the dramatic late victory over Wolves in September being followed up with a 2-0 win in the Merseyside derby last month. It leaves Liverpool with a record of 19 wins, 13 draws and 7 defeats from the 39 early kickoffs they have faced since Klopp took over since October 2015. That works out an average of 1.8 points per game, which might be slightly better than many think, given the horror stories we've encountered at that time. Yet another 12:30 PM crash looms next month away at Crystal Palace, but fortunately we are now without an international break until March. Perhaps the biggest test of all waits on Saturday, though, with Manchester City playing host in a game that could have a wider implications on the title race. Liverpool sit just 1 point behind Pep Guardiola's side, having made a strong start to the Premier League season, but their credentials will be put to the test at the Etihad. Let's hope the Reds can do the business, despite being dealt another tricky hand after an international break. Now, again, as I said, I'm not really a conspiracy theorist, but I did sort of look at that sort of one. 39 international 12:30 kickoffs since, actually, I think it's just 12:30 kickoffs in general, but we haven't got a great record with them, especially following an international break. We have kind of put it to bed this season, though, as I stated, against Wolves and Everton, so here's hoping we are good to go. We have got 4 players returning for the clash, of course. Manchester City, well, I don't know their team news until the day. We know what Pep is like. He loves to blend the truth a little bit. And as I say, Erling Haaland's going to be okay. So it is what it is, but I'm hoping for a win against City. But I just thought it would be interesting to just go over all the 12:30 slots that we've had over the years and just make a light of it and just see what's going on. Now, in the main part of today's news, guys, of course, is Dominik Szoboszlai. Yes, scored 2 stunners in 3 minutes for Hungary and then drank a shot. Having already qualified, secured Euro 2024 qualification, Dominik Szoboszlai was on target twice as he led Hungary to a 3-1 victory at home to Montenegro. Basically, his side surprisingly fell behind in the first half before he opened the scoring for the visitors shortly before the break. Liverpool's £60 million summer signing then took it upon himself to single-handedly turn the game on its head. Single-handedly turned the game on its head with 2 goals in almost as many minutes midway through the second period. His equaliser was an exquisite solo effort as he beat several Montenegro defenders before firing the ball into the far corner to level the scoring in the 60th minute. Hungary's captain didn't have to wait long to put his side in front either, as Szoboszlai scored an equally well-worked goal following a 1-2 with forward Martin Adam. The win has capped off by a late rebound from Adam Nagy after Liverpool's number 8 was denied a hat-trick by goalkeeper Mitrovic from a free kick in injury time. It's mathematically ensured Montenegro couldn't qualify for Euro 2024 and saw Hungary end their qualifying campaign unbeaten with 5 wins and 3 draws. Of course, after it, he did sort of down a shot, and Liverpool fans have been ecstatic with his performance so far this season for the Reds, but again have just reinforced that he's an absolutely fantastic signing, and some even saying he's the best in the world in his current position. Now, again, it's hard to disagree with that. I think in terms of midfield impacts, in terms of in terms of European football, I would put Jude Bellingham probably at the top, but as I said, I can understand why Liverpool fans are absolutely buzzing with his performances so far, not just for Liverpool, but for his nation, and he's carried on it once again as we do go into this, as we are coming to the end of this international break, helping his country. There were 2 sublime efforts, and as I said, he only scores bangers, really, and I just love the little bit at the end where he takes a shot as well, which is something you don't really see every day, but a part of their culture, of course, so have to embrace it. But as I said, Liverpool fans absolutely buzzing with that signing. As I said, I can't stop talking about Dominik Szoboszlai and what he's done and has made his impact at this football club. He's absolutely been fantastic. And as I said, fans are labelling him as the best in the world in his current position, which is hard to argue with. It seriously is hard to argue with, considering what he is making the impact at Liverpool and for his nation. Now, finally, guys, Curtis Jones has revealed a key Jurgen Klopp change that helped him move to a senior role. As I said, he had made his debut back in 2019 and so far this season has played a crucial role. He said, I feel I'm at the point now where Klopp understands, okay, we can bring him on if the team is getting beat because we know he can pop up with a goal or can create something. So I feel I've gained his trust, but I've still got a long way to go. I'm on 100 games, but I feel it's just the beginning and I want to carry on and hold the form and keep it going. Basically, he also said, I feel senior and I'm trying to sound like it as well. There has been a huge change in the team and I'm one of those who has been here. It's mad to say I'm only 22, but I've been here since I was 17. There's lads who are coming in now and it's their first time around the team, so I'm like an experienced one who has been around the whole of the thing for a long time. So yeah, even though I'm young, I do feel like I'm one of the experienced ones and know the manager and the staff like us to go and play. He's spoken about a lot the way I'm the first one to go and press and the things like that. Now, I was a kid who came in and pressing and defender were never the thing for me. No, I didn't need that part of the game. Now that he's picking up on it loads and he's spoken to me about it, just goes to show how much that I've changed. Jones is obviously in contention to return to the Cyber Saturday's top of the table clash against Manchester City after we did report that he would be returning back from a minor injury, which is also very, very good to see on that regard. But yeah, I do like Curtis Jones, big fan of Curtis Jones. And I know sometimes he can split the opinion in the Liverpool ranks, but as I said, we have got a really healthy midfield at the moment. And as I say, Curtis so far this season has been absolutely sublime. But Liverpool fans, do let me know your thoughts on the sort of 12:30s this weekend. Do let me know your thoughts on Dominik Szoboszlai, on his impact at the football club. Is he the best in his position in the world? Or most certainly is he the best in the Premier League? And let me know your thoughts on Curtis Jones in general as well. That does bring us to the end of today's video. As always, please do smash that like button and subscribe to the channel for daily Liverpool content. Thank you, and I'll see you all next time. Take care. Peace.